Cheers.
Cheers. You're
Thank
supposed
you
to
for
sip
making
it.
this. Okay.
You don't have to like it.
No, I don't like it. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. Hello. Welcome to Tosh Show. Eddie?
Daniel?
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
I am here.
Oh,
Never leaving your side, buddy.
Never?
To the grave.
To the grave.
Hey, speaking of death, my niece and nephew, they're past this now, but there was a time where the twins were, I'm going to say 5 years old, and they had just learned about death somehow. My brother and his wife, they talk more openly than I do with my kids. But anyway, they had learned about death, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world, the funniest thing. They would just come up to my brother and I, they'd come up to Andrew and I, and they'd just go, ha, ha, your grandparents are dead.
Oh, God.
And it was, I'm telling you, it was so, first of all, twins in general terrify you.
Right.
They thought it was the funniest thing in the world to come up to us and make, your grandparents are dead.
Crazy.
Oh, it was so crazy. But man, did it make us laugh.
Oh, yeah.
We laughed hysterically at it. I mean, I'm sure he's like, oh, it's just a phase. They don't really know what they're saying. I'm like, or they do, and you've got a bunch of sociopaths living under your roof.
Like my kids never said it.
Like the show.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's ever said it like that.
Never heard this story before.
It's so good.
This is different.
And then we kind of like started feeling bad because they're like, ah, and we're like, oh, I wish, why did they have to die? They're old. Our grandparents shouldn't be alive. Nobody has a grandparent alive here, right?
I do.
No.
You do?
I do.
John's got an alive grandparent?
Yes.
What? Which one?
My grandma on my dad's side, 94, last one.
Your dad's side mom, 94. I mean, it's not that old.
I saw her last year. She said her goodbyes, and I was like, I think you're going to live for like another 9 years.
She said her goodbyes a year ago to you,
Yes.
and she's still going.
Yeah, now she's in a nursing home. She just went to a prom, and they had a play, and she was the lead. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's my question to you, Eddie.
Yeah.
I got distracted by my crazy niece and nephew. Would you rather have your children or guacamole? Now, so what I'm saying is if you have your kids, then you can never have guacamole your entire life.
And I've had it, so I know how good it is,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
That's right.
Guacamole is good. I'm going to have my kids, but
You're going to have your kids.
I'm going to hold it over them that I can't have
Wrong.
guacamole
No
anymore. It's
way.
their
you
fault.
you would have never had your kids, so you wouldn't have this attachment to them. You got to separate yourself from who they are now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think pre-children, I'm never going to have guacamole again.
I mean, I'm thinking. I don't know. It depends on.
Here's the thing. I bring this up to my wife, and I swear to you, she picks guacamole.
What you have, or if you did.
She would rather have guacamole than her children.
Well, guacamole
She
is
won't
good.
say it out loud,
No.
but I can tell in her eyes. She just loves guacamole. You know who doesn't like guacamole?
Who?
My mother.
What?
She doesn't like guacamole. She gets mad at me about avocados. Yeah, I don't know why people even like avocados. There's no taste.
That's insane.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say in defense of my wonderful mother. Florida avocados are not as good. They're 4 times the size, but they don't have the taste.
Yes, too
yeah,
big.
they're not indigenous to Florida.
Well, I don't know where they're getting them from. I just think I just always remember seeing like really large avocados there, but they didn't have any taste. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's just wrong. Would you rather have margaritas or guacamole? One or the other. You can't have both for the rest of your life.
Guacamole.
Guacamole. Yeah. Fuck margaritas.
All right. What about guacamole or $200 million cash?
Guacamole.
I'm going cash.
You want the cash?
I hope it's a real question
would
and I
want
get
the
cash and you guys get guacamole.
Because if you have
Guacamole.
$200 million cash, you can buy guacamole.
No.
Buy Guacamole
Okay,
Factory.
hold on a second.
No, I didn't say
you
that you
didn't say
couldn't
that,
buy.
John.
Wait a
You didn't-
second.
no one said you couldn't buy guacamole,
Wow,
John.
that-
John hears what he wants
that's
to
not
hear.
How I heard that.
This, you know what this is turning into, guys? This is now turning into a podcast where we are talking about absolute meaningless shit that only we find remotely entertaining and no one else does.
We
You know
have
what?
arrived.
I don't drink, but today's guest, she's going to make me try. Enjoy. Tosh Show. Today's guest is someone I would never meet out bar hopping simply because I don't go to bars. But if you have random bottles of liquor lying around your house collecting dust like a fifth of Fireball that Dylan brought over during the pandemic that you have absolutely no idea what to do with, she's here to help. Please welcome home bartender, mixologist, author, Hannah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's get hammered.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hannah, do you believe in ghosts?
I do not. Do you believe in ghosts?
No. What about distilled spirits? Boom.
Yes, I'm a big believer in that kind of spirit.
Yeah, we've been setting up this ghost question for a year and a half to finally get Hannah in the seat so I
love
could do
it.
the distilled spirits joke. Man, that was a good payoff. All right, I'm not a drinker, but I'd love to know what all the fuss is about. Sell me on alcohol.
Wow, I don't think I've ever had to do this before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for making cocktails, it makes you probably don't need this, but it makes you very popular.
Okay.
So learning to make cocktails, everyone's always thrilled to have you come to their house, come to their party. It's like you light up a room the minute you arrive with the drinks and the skills.
I don't want to show up to anyone's house, so that I got it. We're
so,
different
so
there.
that was an original interest for me once I realized that I could make something that actually tasted decent. The other thing that I really love, and I don't know if you're a history person, but it really can connect you in a very visceral way to how people have experienced things in the past, which I love. I think that's really cool, especially things like cognac, for instance.
Do you say cognac different than I say it?
How do you say it?
I just said cognac.
Cognac.
Okay.
Okay, people make fun of my voice all the
I'm
time.
not making fun of it.
It's okay.
But I know that I grew up in Florida public education. I know that I enunciate things poorly. So sometimes when I hear things, I'm like, oh, I've been saying that wrong.
Well, I'm from Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, which probably explains my interest in booze. And I had a Wisconsin accent, so I've spent years trying to get rid of it.
If you were to say Wisconsin, I would have a certain preconceived notion of who you are. But when you say Madison, it completely erases it.
So you know Wisconsin,
Of
then,
course.
because that is so true. Madison is very different from the rest of the state.
Why were you there?
My father was a professor at the university, so
That makes sense.
yeah, he's a psychopharmacologist and an addiction researcher. So he researches how to stop people from being addicted, and I do booze for a living.
You're his experiment? Were you created?
I don't know how. I guess this is all a very advanced rebellion.
You ever do a bar crawl in lacrosse?
No, I haven't.
I think famously they have the most bars per square foot.
That sounds like Wisconsin.
Look that up. I think that's a lacrosse fact that I just pulled from my younger years of touring. When someone asks what you do for a living, how do you answer?
Probably how I'm going to now, which is awkwardly, slowly, and with stutters. I'm a booze content creator.
Booze.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of makes it seem cooler when you throw booze. You're like, look, I don't take it too seriously. How is your liver?
That's a good question. So far, so good. So far, so good.
You ever worry that, oh no, I might be going too far with alcohol, or you just have no issues
I
with
think
it?
it's so important to keep asking yourself those questions, right? I mean, it's an addictive substance. So if you're not kind of thinking about that and looking into it, I mean, there are health consequences, behavioral consequences. So yeah, I'm constantly thinking about it and making sure I'm not overdoing it.
You drink every day?
No, not every day. That would be a lot, probably.
I drink only to reassure the people that I'm with that I'm not an alcoholic because I just always feel like if I say I'm not going to drink, then then I have to have
People are
more
like,
conversations.
Okay, we have to be very, very careful. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm curious, were you ever interested in drinking?
No.
Not even in college or nothing?
Less in college than now.
So when you went to parties, you were just like, I'm cool.
I wasn't cool, but I was on the prowl. I was always like, I was chasing skirt, as they say. That was, I guess I was, but not successfully. Oh, it was just bad. And I also didn't go to a lot of parties. My roommates drank a lot.
And that probably was like, maybe you saw that and you were like, I don't know if that's for me.
I think I wasn't into the taste. I never got to the point of like getting trashed. And, nobody was fixing me fun cocktails. They were all just drinking beer. And I'm like, this is gross.
I feel like growing up, maybe watching movies or reading about history, I romanticized it so much that I was like, you're going to learn to like martinis. I don't care if you don't like the taste of it. And it did take me about a year, but then I fell in love with them.
A year? I've never committed to anything for a year to like it.
I mean, I wanted to be cool really badly.
Mission accomplished. You started your studies in Center College in Danville, Kentucky. Now, is that a real place is my first question.
It is a real place. I wanted to go someplace that was completely different from Madison, Wisconsin.
Is it that different?
Oh my gosh, it's so different. Because Madison's like a huge hippie town. And I'd never lived in the South or experienced the South in any way. And it really was a very different experience.
Do you hate the South?
No, I don't hate the South. I thought it was beautiful there. And
Talk
there were
about
things
history.
I didn't. Oh my
Fun
gosh.
history. Some revisionist history
Interesting
going on down there, too.
Yeah.
Did you study revisionist history?
I did not do much studying when I was at Center. I was not a good student there.
Then you went to law school for a minute or no?
I went to law school for one semester at UCLA, and it was not for me. Have you ever dabbled in law school?
Yes.
Did you?
I'm an idiot. Okay, no, I have never dabbled in law school. I didn't, I got through college fine, but like, that was it.
I told my parents, going to Center College, I actually dropped out and I was telling my parents, I don't need a degree. College is stupid. I don't want to do this.
You're right.
Funnily, when I got to LA, I fell in love with college and I wanted to become a professor actually after the whole thing. But
you'd be a cool professor.
I really wanted to do it, but going into academia is not a clever idea in this day and age. It's very limited jobs, no money, just kind of a meager, miserable existence.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you're not doing a good job selling it at all.
Yeah, I don't recommend.
What about now? Like if it was more like a part-time hustle where you just taught one or two classes at a cool college.
That would be so fun. I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. You majored in history. First, is that knowledge something that you use regularly? And second, do you consider the Marshall Plan to have been a major catalyst for the Cold War?
I don't have a lot of feelings about the Marshall Plan. I did more of the Cold War Eastern European dissident intellectual history was more my focus. History is a huge part of what I do with booze, which is something I never thought would be the case. I thought if I didn't go into academe, history is pretty meaningless for your life. But luckily, when you're writing about booze and learning about booze, that it's an important skill set.
When did cocktail culture first emerge?
Punch was a huge thing for a long time, and it wasn't until the 19th century where people started making it really individually as the go-to in bars. Obviously took a bit of a hit during Prohibition. And then we have something called the cocktail dark ages from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Think, Tom Cruise, the movie Cocktail, TGI Fridays Cocktail.
Did you like the movie Cocktail?
It's a fun movie. I'm not sure I'd consider him an aspirational bartender. I mean, good flair bartending.
Do you know how to throw a bottle around and stuff?
No, that
Have you ever
would be
tried?
dangerous. Yes, but not successfully.
Okay.
I'm not my skill. Very cool to watch, but but so the cocktail dark ages, it's when people started using fake sweeteners and fake citrus and all these wacky mixers that, weren't very good, and the bad peach schnapps, the anatomically named shots became popular, all of that sort of thing, and wasn't then around the year 2000 we started coming out of the dark ages.
Did you ever enjoy a Jell-O shot?
Oh yeah, there's some good Jell-O shots out there.
I don't know.
There's a place in Portland, Oregon. This is, as someone who doesn't drink, this is going to be
How long have you lived in
to
Portland, Oregon?
Since 2020.
Oh, did you move there before or after the pandemic?
I moved there. Do you remember how the Princess Cruise Line was docking in San Francisco? And that's where everyone was like, the plague is coming to America.
I don't really remember.
I was driving out of San Francisco to Portland as it was docking. So we just fled the city.
Was it because of the pandemic that you moved?
Partly, but also San Francisco wasn't my favorite place to live.
Do you love Portland?
I do. We have a really great grocery store that I'm obsessed with. I go there every day. I feel like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and I look at the beautiful produce, and I get very inspired there.
You go to a grocery store every day?
Pretty much.
I respect it.
I love grocery stores.
I wish I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I love getting fresh food every day,
mm-hmm.
but just going there.
Having one that's like that special one that you just know that you love and you can rely on, I don't know, and that there'll always be something fresh and different.
My problem is I have 2 children that I have to lug, and then they both are like making me get the stupid cart that's like shaped like a police car. And then they're like climbing in and out of it, and now I've got to do physical restraint up against the car. It's just awful, the whole thing. Can you hold your liquor?
Pretty well. I'm sometimes surprised. I'll be out with friends and I'm like, why are they acting so funny? And then I go, oh.
You're not a lightweight.
No, I'm not. Not
No.
expensive.
Can you just go to a party and be like a guest, or is there pressure for you to grab a shaker every time?
I love making cocktails at parties.
Oh.
I mean, I'm a bit of an introvert, so having like an activity to do, a little way to escape into the kitchen for a while is great for me. But yeah, I also just love making drinks. I enjoy the process. So I hope I'm supposed to make drinks when I go someplace.
Have you ever worked as a bartender?
No, I haven't. The closest I got was I was a barista at Starbucks for about 3 weeks, which was awful. I mean, not because of the job, because of me. I was terrible at it. I'm not a morning person, having to wake up at 3 a.m. when I'd just gone to bed at 2 a.m.
Yeah, an hour is not enough sleep.
Yeah.
All
so
the experts will say that. Do you drink coffee? Are you a big coffee person? Are you a snob?
I'm a bad coffee person. I'm not a snob. I'm like a Nespresso next to my bed, just put in the pot, and, I do it medicinally. How about you?
I don't drink any caffeine. I'm like a Mormon. Oh, you got to meet my wives. Beautiful. All of them. How do you come up with your recipes?
I often go from a historic recipe where I'll look at that and I'll kind of make some adjustments.
By the way, here's what I do appreciate the most, I will say, about, because I don't drink them, but they're so visually beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, that I can appreciate. My favorite drink, I don't drink ever.
Okay.
You have to understand that. I love, this is going to reflect on me.
wait.
You're going to judge me so hard. There's a passion fruit margarita at Nobu.
Okay.
That I love.
That sounds nice. That sounds lovely.
I
Passion
love it.
fruit is great.
Oh, I love it. That's my one. I'm always get excited when I have it.
Have you ever tried a porn star martini?
No.
That's a passion fruit based cocktail, and there's
I'll
a
try
little
it.
sidecar of champagne with it.
Whoa. You hear that? Sidecar. I love getting a sidecar of anything. That sounds fancy. Do they all taste like, are you happy with the way they taste, or are some of them bad?
Oh, some of them are awful. One of our favorite series is Weirdly Dirty Martinis, and this is something where we don't taste it before we make the video. I just make this thing, and then my husband and I will give our review after we make it. And sometimes it's pretty bad. I did a melon prosciutto one. Vile, absolutely awful. I tried to do the tinned fish craze is really big. I tried to fat wash a gin with the tinned fish oil, and have you ever by any chance had fermented shark in like Iceland?
I've had some bad stuff like that
Yeah, it's
before,
one of those
but
things
okay.
where your body is like, this shouldn't be
It
consumed.
doesn't go down. It just.
I
What was that thing, that can of what that I opened? What was it? Surströmming. Get a can of surströmming
Okay, try that one.
and just open it up and see what you can do with it.
Oh, man.
Surströmming. If you can get a can of that, open it and turn it into a drink of some kind.
Terrified.
Are there any drinks that you can't stand? And what's your beef with vodka martinis?
Okay. I mean, I think so. A lot of people who did drink potentially in college and high school, they have that one spirit that maybe they overconsumed a bit. So the taste of it, the smell of it is
Triggering.
Yeah, triggering. It also doesn't have much flavor. Like a good vodka is supposed to taste like nothing, which
true.
to me is not really what I go for. I want something with some good flavor. So
To quote my good friend deceased, Sean Rouse, he's like, vodka, it's just a nice kiss to the liver.
well put.
What about eggnog? Is there a way to not make it gross?
I think egg drinks in general, disgusting. I'm not an egg person. I find it smells like a wet dog to me. It's the idea of it is very gloopy and unappealing.
Eggnog, I always think of Dave Attell, a comedian. He refers to it as elf cum. He says you might as well throw it on your back.
Well, yeah, one of my earliest successful TikToks was how to make eggnog, and it was put it in the thing, put some whipped cream on top, then then throw it down the sink because eggnog is fucking disgusting.
Good for
Sorry,
you.
I don't know if I can swear.
You can swear. Yeah, I just said elf cum. I'm pretty sure you can swear. You ever made a Pruno?
What is that?
Toilet wine.
Well, at the beginning of the pandemic, I did experiment with the process. I never brought it to completion. I'm too afraid of botulism and I don't know what else. But I did put the bread and the sugar and the ketchup, I think.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
you
pretty
put
sure
it in a plastic bag and you put it in the back of the toilet.
Well, sure. You don't want the guards to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, we just didn't know at the beginning of the pandemic how dire things would get.
Your videos have so many props, backgrounds, and color schemes. Was that always the plan?
No, not at all. I don't know why we started doing it, but once we did, we had so much fun with it that we kept going. I think we had been in apartments forever, and then when we finally had a house, we were like, look at all this space that we can just abuse.
Let's destroy.
Yeah, exactly. We're far too immature for that much house.
You guys will change your setup completely. You'll paint walls.
Yeah, it's like a fun house in there. It's awful. Every wall is a different color, and we're always just kind of doing stuff to it. It's been fun.
And what about clothes shopping? Do you like go?
Yeah, I love clothes shopping. I do estate sales, vintage places.
You'll buy dead people's stuff?
Oh yeah.
You do?
It has a story. It's cool.
Yeah. I know. Usually it's baked in.
Yeah, and I still don't believe in ghosts. So far.
How'd you meet your husband?
We met years ago, in 2006, and we met on the set of a commercial, which was very random, and it was love at first sight. He had just come from New York. He was suffering from amnesia.
What?
And I had just
rom-com.
It's pretty wild. And I had moved to LA a month before.
A track, a railroad track. What? Amnesia.
Yeah, he was.
I don't even believe in amnesia.
Okay, so it was so unbelievable to me. I was convinced it was a pickup line because
this guy's.
This is crazy.
You married. You got catfished by somebody that's still with you.
Well, funnily, my mother also didn't believe this, and she got a PI to check up on his story.
Guess what?
She
You have a
didn't
good
tell
mom.
me till like 2 years ago, and I was shocked. But it's quite a story.
I mean, what if he already had a family that he just left?
I worried about that. I was like, man, I really hope he doesn't eventually remember something pretty bad. I don't know. But so far, it's been almost 20 years, and no massive surprises. How about you? How did you meet your wife?
I don't remember. Your husband now works for you?
He's so good at what he does that sometimes I'll be like, please stop presenting me with all of these things that I'm supposed to be doing, because he's the business side and he's an incredible hustler, and he's loves reading contracts, loves doing all the communications. He's got spreadsheets and just he's so on top of it. Sometimes
is that something that he learned after the amnesia wore off, or like because sometimes you can have amnesia and then you all of a sudden you can play the piano.
Right.
Like maybe his brain was opened up in a different way.
I think part of it was that he did have to stop relying on his memory so much. So he's a big writer-downer. He writes everything down.
You're married to Memento. I got it.
Yeah, he's very much that way. So
or 50 First Dates. Do you have a little VHS tape that you put in every morning to let him know who you are? Hey.
Yeah, and it's a different one every day.
Is he more susceptible to another?
I think he is, and he's had a lot of concussions. So
what is he? Why would he have a lot of? Is he clumsy or does he?
He's not a good looker where he's going sometimes. He's one of these people who I think is so goal-oriented that if he wants the thing over there, he will go there and all obstacles will disappear.
He doesn't know that he can't go through objects.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
So
I think
he has to keep me around to make sure, someone can call 911.
I'm right here.
If you have friends over to your house on a random Tuesday, are they getting served the wackiest martini ever?
Not always, but often. I feel like it's really fun to do a crazy martini. There's one in particular that I like that I did bring today. It's a junk food martini, and it's in my book. I don't know if you like sea salt and vinegar potato chips, but it's infused.
I hate it. I hate vinegar. I hate the smell of vinegar.
Oh, you're going to hate this.
I despise it. I despise it. Let me tell you, as a child, when my parents would force us to dye Easter eggs, you use vinegar, and the whole house would reek. And I would literally, I wanted to be a part of dyeing the eggs, but I would be dry heaving because I can't stand the smell of it. Then there was a kick where they told us to start every day drinking white vinegar to start your.
White vinegar?
I don't know what they were telling us to drink.
Okay.
What was it?
Apple cider
Apple
vinegar.
cider vinegar. Sorry. apple cider vinegar, and that. Oh,
I've always loved vinegar.
What?
As a child,
How
I
do you
loved it.
always love
I
vinegar?
don't know. I love
I
balsamic
understand
vinegar on
hating.
my pasta. What? I know. Were you a picky eater as a child?
No.
No?
No, I had too many. There's too many siblings, and we were poor. So
You weren't
eat.
just the chicken McNuggets and the fries.
No, we didn't. I didn't get McNuggets.
Yeah.
Again, I'm like we were poor. I think so. I think we were poor. I don't remember. Favorite city to drink in?
I think the one that surprised me the most is Vegas because I always had only been to the Strip, and I wasn't a big Vegas Strip person. So when I went this last time for the series I do called Drinking Wherever Bartenders Tell Me To.
Which is also something that no woman should ever do.
I have my husband with me, so he's always there to make sure we're safe. And
Wait, so it's a series that you do where you go to a city, you go to a bar, probably a popular bar, and then wherever that bartender tells you to go next, that's what you do.
I go there and I drink what they drink.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
like, for instance, in Maui, we started at the Ritz-Carlton Kapalua, and we thought the bartender there, was going to be some fancy suggestion. Instead, it was a dive bar down the street and a beer, a shot of Jaeger, and a shot of tequila. This is how we had to start off the crawl. And you have to drink whatever they tell you to, and then you go to the next place.
I mean, you certainly don't.
It's all on camera. Like, I've got to do.
No,
I don't do a million
I do a lot
day.
of stuff on camera. Guess what? I fucking cheat some stuff. You think I'm going to drink your fucking
what if
vinegar
then, like,
drink?
people, call, they're like, she doesn't actually do it. And, then I got a bad reputation.
I get it. Listen, I appreciate that there's integrity.
It's one of
to
the few
this.
careers where I'd get a bad reputation for not drinking to excess. But yes.
All right, well, Vegas, was there the Vegas, where did they tell you to go?
I started at a place called Vetri. There's a bartender called, he's not just another bartender as his handle. He's great. He sent me to a place called Herbs and Rye, which was it's
Dylan,
awesome.
the alcoholic, but got excited.
He made a Ramos Gin Fizz, which I don't know if you know what that is.
I
but
don't.
You have to shake this thing for like 3 minutes because there's egg in there and it's very difficult.
You don't like
And
egg drinks?
I don't like egg drinks, but the process is incredible to watch. Back in the day when they were invented, they'd have 7 bartenders shake a single one of these drinks because once someone's arms got tired, they'd pass it off to the next
I
one.
could shake for 3 minutes, no?
You got to shake.
You have to be very, very vigorous with it.
You remember the shake weight?
Yes, I do. I don't know if that's how they train, but
I'm just imagining that a 3-minute session on that would be L.A.
yes.
Do you have any bar recommendations here?
I do. I haven't lived here in a while, but I've never been to Thunderbolt. I really want to go to Thunderbolt. I hear great things. I've always had fun at Normandy Club, République. There's another great bar. Mirete is really wonderful.
Yeah, I don't.
When you go out to bars and
I don't
you're not
go out
drinking,
to bars.
you don't go out to bars.
Hannah, I don't go out.
So, okay, you don't go out. So you're not in the position where you're there with other people drinking and
No.
you're like, ugh, okay.
My entire life, I was surrounding myself with people that accept that I'm not going to go anywhere, or I'm going to say that I'll meet you there, and then I will not be there.
Do you have people over to your house, or do you just avoid?
Yeah, my wife does.
Okay,
And I get
okay.
furious. And then I here's what I do. At 2 hours,
Mhm.
it's like things are going to start getting uncomfortable.
Are
Like
you
better get them.
cranky?
You better get them to leave
Okay.
because I'm going to start walking around the house, turning the lights off, closing doors. Like,
all right,
like
everybody,
let's go.
That's.
Let's get out of here.
I love it.
Last call.
It's not my thing. I think 2 hours is the appropriate amount of time to be at someone else's home.
I hear that. There's a section in the book that I wrote about.
Hold on, I got your book over here. How to be a better drinker. You wrote this, by the way. A lot of weight to this book. Feels nice. It feels
Thanks.
nice.
Thank you.
Look
Thank
at you
you.
with your cocktail. Oh, and a wooden tennis racket in the background.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's colored.
Yeah.
That explains the price tag too. Well, colored photos in a book. I'm in the publishing game a little bit.
I was hearing that you're writing a book with your wife.
Oh, I am.
And how is working with her?
Oh, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't with her. She's doing everything.
Oh, amazing.
I have to start. Oh, look at all these photos. Yeah, the photos are really pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Is that
them.
drink good? A lawn
yes.
sprawl G&T?
Yes, it's a nice one for like outdoor drinking in the summer. But I was going to say we have a section in the book about how to kick people out of your house.
Oh, yeah?
So if I don't think you have to drink in order to use the methods.
Okay. Give me a spoiler of a tip of how to kick somebody out.
So we have a number of tips based on how confrontational you care to be. So I don't see that you struggle tremendously with confrontation.
I enjoy awkwardness and I enjoy confrontation. As long as it's verbal, not physical.
So I think, you would probably be fine by just like, okay, go home. But for people who struggle with that a bit like I do, tips on how to lie to get them out. And then my favorite, which is gaslighting them out of the house.
Oh.
So you make it warmer in the house and they keep saying it's getting warm. You make it warmer in the house.
Got it.
If they want another drink, you make it pretty weird. The playlist, it's Gregorian chants all of a sudden, and they stop wanting to be there.
These aren't subtle at all.
No. But once someone's had a few cocktails, they start to go, is this me? Is this weird, or is it just me?
Your book also talks about drinking etiquette.
Yes.
You know who could use a lesson in drinking etiquette? Old Dylan back there. Oh, man, does he put him away. How many drinks you have this morning, Dylan? Be honest. This is a safe space.
Passed out. What did you say?
All right, everybody that's on the show gets a gift. Let's see what
excellent.
I get for you. Just so you know, it's not new stuff.
Okay.
Just stuff around my house I don't want.
I wish I'd brought you something.
Oh, you're gonna make me a drink. Okay, these are Tom Ford glasses that I bought my wife, and then she put them on, and I made fun of her. I don't remember this. I made fun of her, and then she.
You really set her up.
I didn't mean to. I just I don't know what I said, but I said something, and she refused to ever wear them again. But I thought they're silly enough for your
silly enough for me. Okay.
Well, no, like you.
Hey, they look lovely.
Right, they are lovely. But she won't ever put them on because she said I teased them.
Okay.
All right, so you got a pair of glasses now.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Now I'm a bit of a mixologist myself. I have a machine at my house that does sparkling water.
Okay. Yes.
And all I do is flavor my sparkling waters. But I don't like any of the flavors that I'm giving you.
Oh, good.
I didn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a unopened raspberry mint.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't want you to have that.
That sounds like it would be good in a
This
cocktail.
is horrible. You should never have bubbly water with pineapple in it.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. This, I don't know. I don't know why somebody gave me this bottle of tequila, but I don't want it.
Nice.
So you can have it.
Your wife doesn't want it?
No, she doesn't have a say. I got some beer koozies. I don't ever drink beer. Why are there beer koozies? I want all these gifts.
Oh,
you to
wonderful.
Take them. Just throw those on the floor.
Thank you.
You're very
this
gracious.
Is great.
Just throw that out. That's Aviator Nation. Somebody bought me a gross bottle of rosé, but I don't know if it's gross. That's not going to fit in my wine fridge.
Is that a rosé cognac?
I don't know what it is. It's not mine. It's yours.
Interesting. All right.
Is it interesting or is it hideous?
I do think it's a wine. Interesting.
I don't know. Whatever. Will you please put it all on the floor because we can't have it up here. Is that garbage tequila?
I've never had it. I'll have
Guys,
to.
you know if that's garbage?
That looks good.
Is it good?
I don't know.
Well, I don't. Is tequila bad or good? It can be good.
People love tequila.
Here. Oh my goodness! It actually scared me.
Me too. All right.
Oh my goodness. My poor desk.
Hey, puzzles.
Yeah, I got you 2 tiny puzzles.
Thank you.
You know what I want you to do? Since they're tiny puzzles, I want you to
these are small.
pull down your tray table on Alaska Airlines and see if you can knock out a puzzle before you land.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
What are some of the basic staples you can keep on hand to make some simple cocktails at home?
I think as long as you have a citrus, like a lemon or a lime.
I got both of those.
Perfect. Some sort of sweetener, and then pretty much any straight spirit. You have a really good start there. So
it's easy.
Vodka, gin, bourbon, rum, tequila, you name it. And that's all you really need.
When did we start needing 400 different types of ice on hand? There's 2 types
Ice is
of
a
ice.
big deal.
I want cubed and crushed. Anything else, I go fuck yourself is what I say.
Oh man, ice is a really big deal in the
You want
in
a
the cocktail
sphere
space.
of ice? What kind of trays are in your freezer?
So we go way crazier than that. We do the directional freezing for the clear ice, and then we chop it with a saw at our house.
What is going on?
Because the clear ice melts at a slower rate, so it doesn't dilute your drink as quickly.
I remember at one point people were buying, I remember as a child, those reusable ice cubes.
Yeah.
That is disturbing.
Yeah.
That was thrown in a drink as a child. Some There's no way my parents cleaned
They
it.
tried to make it cool to do that again with whiskey stones, which are like rocks you put in the freezer and then you put in your drink. They're not very effective. I agree. There's something gross about that to me. I
don't
know,
trust
so.
any place. They're not cleaning it. not well enough. If someone at home wanted to impress their guest, what's a simple drink they could make to impress?
To impress. I think a Boulevardier is always a nice one. It's 3 ingredients, and all you're doing is switching out the base spirit. And it's a sophisticated, lovely drink. You can make it ahead of time. It doesn't go bad, so you can keep it in your freezer. And it looks pretty. It's got a cool name. I think that's a really good, easy one.
I like equal parts. You start saying a splash of this, and I get scared. You just fold the cheese.
Boulevardiers are strong, though. Boulevardiers are 3 spirits together.
Yes, they are strong, but I think, you still seem impressive, but they're very strong.
Very strong. Well, Dylan, you got to get. Dylan wants a lot of bang for his buck.
Get a little loose-lipped over here.
Okay, Han, are you going to make me a drink?
I am going to make you a drink. I brought 2.
Okay, I'm excited for both.
Okay.
You didn't bring the vinegar one though, did you? You did. Okay, great.
You're gonna hate it, but I was expecting.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Start with the good.
We'll
start with the
good one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
You do whatever you got to do. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever you got to do. True or false? Mixology is a term that was coined by every asshole behind a bar who sports a vest and has an over-the-top mustache.
It's pretty widely made fun of at this point. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to go by that anymore.
Why did you bring an ice scooper just for that?
I have a lot of paraphernalia.
It just seemed like you could have just thrown some ice in there. I'm not a germaphobe. Oh, are you putting milk in something?
Hey, you said you like chocolate milk.
I
You don't
did not
remember
say
it.
I like chocolate milk. Maybe when I was 6. Do you have any? I have IBS. This is, she's gonna light me up.
Good.
Can most cocktails be turned into mocktails that are even more delicious while costing the exact same astronomical price?
I think that we're doing a lot with mocktails right now. I'm still rarely find a mocktail I like as much as a cocktail.
I went to this place in Tahoe City, and they have all these like non-alcoholic whiskeys and gin,
yeah.
and I'm just like,
I prefer mocktails that just don't even really try to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want something that my kid can sip.
Yeah, there's one that I make around the holidays that I really like because
What holidays?
like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
You love Christmas?
I do. I love Christmas.
I love Christmas too.
All right. So what we're going to do here is we have some cognac, some creme de cacao, and some Grand Marnier. So that's chocolate and orange and cognac with some heavy cream.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. It might be delicious.
All right. So we do that. And then you want to close the shaker really well so it doesn't explode. Now I'm going to have to stand up.
Okay. I'm nervous. Okay. Look at this. Now, is this going to get prettier or is this
It's going to get a little prettier.
Okay, good.
But
Because that's what I wanted. I want to drink. Oh, what kind of chocolate is this?
this is an orange chocolate.
Oh,
You don't like orange chocolate?
no, I don't like orange chocolate. Why?
Oh, man. But the
Why
orange
wouldn't you-
chocolate is a Christmas treat. You know, those chocolate oranges?
Why wouldn't you go with just a regular dark chocolate? Is it milk chocolate or dark?
No, it's dark.
Okay. How much cacao are we talking?
I don't have the wrapper. Honey, do you want to see how much?
Don't
is
worry
in there?
about my desk.
Oh, right.
How much cacao is in the chocolate? Did you just ask that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like over 70? Is it over 70? That's all I want to know.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's
Holy
that
cow!
chocolatey.
You could have gotten a smaller file. Is that a foot file? If you brought a foot file here,
All right.
okay.
Here you are.
Is this finished?
This is a chocolate orange brandy Alexander. And
Chocolate
it's a
orange brandy Alexander.
Yes.
And I'm just supposed to sip it and enjoy it, or am I supposed to chug it? Cheers.
Cheers. You're
Thank
supposed
you
to
for
sip
making
it.
this. Okay.
You don't have to like it.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's not like I'm not struggling to choke it down.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
It's just part of me was like, well, I'd rather just eat that chocolate bar. Does this drink sound delicious to one of you?
It sounds good.
Dylan.
Of course, Dylan likes it.
Dylan, get over here. I got a drink for you.
Dylan, let's see your review.
Thanks.
Come on,
Dylan's
Dylan.
coming in. He said free alcohol.
Dylan, let's have a real drinker taste it and tell me if you think, oh, that's a fun drink.
So this
Yeah,
is the
have a
one.
seat.
This is one that I tend to make for people who don't like the taste of alcohol.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. All I taste is alcohol.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really good.
Good.
Delicious.
Well, drink it all.
It's a lot of heavy cream, and
Why are
it's
you not
very
gonna drink
early.
it?
I'm not gonna check it.
Just drink it.
Oh
You
my
have a
God.
problem. Don't act like you don't want alcohol all
Oh
the
my
time.
God.
Yeah, take it over there.
I love it.
Take it over there and fix our fucking audio.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for being a good sport. Are
No,
you ready
that
for
was
the scary
nice.
one?
Let's get this next one out here. I'm drunk.
Me too.
I am hammered. If you actually poisoned me and killed me, I just want you to know, I kind of think I would appreciate it.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely like.
And we would air this, and guys, we'd air this, and I'd want you to cut it normal, and let people at home go, well, what a dipshit. He saw that weird bag she pulled out full of liquids. Why did he just start fucking drinking it?
Do you like blue cheese?
No, I hate blue cheese.
Okay, so let's leave the blue cheese out.
Hate blue cheese. Well, yeah. I mean, you've made everything else that I don't like. Why not put blue cheese in it?
All right. So first, would you like to pick your cocktail pick?
Mm-hmm. What are my choices here?
I think there's more of an astrology theme to this set, so some
I'll
of them
take
are...
the crab.
Okay.
I love a little crab.
Are you an astrology person?
No, are you kidding me? That's nonsense.
I don't get astrology, but I always think it's fun listening to people talk about it,
I mean, it might as well speak a foreign language to me.
which would be awful.
No. A foreign language that I can't make out any words in.
All right, so this is a gin that infused with sea salt and vinegar potato chips, and then has been fat washed. So
Did you infuse it?
yes,
What kind of potato chips?
kettle chips.
Kettle does some good work.
Yes.
They really know how to make their chips crunchy. That's a long spoon.
Yeah.
I like that.
This is my travel spoon.
You'd think your travel spoon would be shorter, but your travel
Well,
spoon is
it
longer than all
gets-
of our spoons.
It's a telescoping.
I understand what it is. That's fun. That's fun. You could, if you and your husband had seats across the aisle on Alaska Airlines, you could be like, you got to try this, honey. And you just give him a big, long spoonful
Oh
from
my
across
God.
the way. Hell, that spoon, you could, if he was window and you were aisle, you just go
right
around
across
that
the
middle person.
Yeah.
So much tin in your life.
So
What happened?
normally I like to freeze these in a freezer, but we had to do it with just some ice here.
Oh,
'Cause
so
you
the
want it
ice
to be
wasn't even
chilled.
part of this. I got you.
No,
You're
you
just
need to have
chilling
the
stuff.
temperature. 3 olives. Apparently it's bad luck to do olives in even numbers.
That sounds Asian. They hate the number 4. The Asians hate the number 4. Is it all Asians or is it just Chinese or is it Japanese?
I think it's all Asian.
All Asians hate the number 4.
Every single one of
They hate it. I always learned that from when I used to watch like home shopping shows and like the Asian couple would be like, we can't have a 4 in our address.
Huh.
And I was like, all right, that's it. It's just potato chips and
There's a little olive brine in there as well. And
Oh,
then
man.
it's tough here, but the most important part of a martini is the temperature and dilution. So I almost think of those as their own ingredient, which is why this one won't be ideal because I couldn't freeze all this material ahead of time. Okay.
Is this mine?
This is yours.
Oh man, look at this.
And if
That's
you
my
have
crab.
any other takers,
Oh, what?
here it is.
We already know who's going to take that.
All right. Cheers.
Wait, we have to. John's coming in. Am I supposed to drink now?
Yep.
Okay. Do I need to hold my crab?
You don't need to. Oh, you're going to hate that. But if you like dirty martinis,
I mean, I'm not going to say that I hate it. No, it's not good. No, it's not good. I don't hate it.
it's very funky. It's very dirty. But one of the things that I really like about this is so many drinks are sweet.
Oh, wow.
And this is not sweet. This
No.
is very, very, very savory. You can smell the potato chip, right?
I can smell a potato chip, guys. Maybe I am a super taster.
there you go.
So did you prefer the sweet, creamy one or the dank, salty, savory, dirty one?
I don't have the answer to that.
The thing about this one is it's really weird, but I also feel like it's one I find myself craving randomly. I'll be like, just in the mood for something really salty and like
Should I be holding
Gross.
it like you're holding yours?
You do want to hold it by the stem because you don't want to warm the drink with your hand.
Gotcha. I mean, I think I feel cooler drinking this one.
Yeah. It matches your outfit. You look great.
The other one, I felt like I was drinking a milkshake.
This matches your shirt.
Right. This is good. Well, John, you want to come in here and try this other one? Come on, try this one and tell me if you. I don't dislike it. I thought I was going to hate it.
I thought you were too, especially because of the vinegar element.
And there's vinegars. I got to cheers again. I already cheers before. It does. I don't think I have to cheers every new person that comes to the fucking table. But I hate when we're at a large table and people start cheersing and now we're going around.
Weird.
Do you like it?
Very weird. So normally what I do with these olives too, I put bacon, blue cheese, and a little fresh garlic in the olives. So you kind of take a sip and then you have a bite, and it's kind of like a loaded potato chip sort of situation. Well, I admire your bravery.
I mean, it's not like I served our country. I just had a drink of alcohol. I want to thank you for your service. By the way, at the end of the day, would you rather just have a nice glass of wine?
No, absolutely not.
Huh.
Do you like wine?
No. I didn't know. I didn't know if you were like, no, I appreciate this and you like this, but I didn't know if you were like, yeah, but if I can just...
Neither of these is my go-to. I'll drink Black Manhattans are sort of what I make most of the time at home. When you make cocktails, you can make it exactly the way you like it every time. Whereas a bottle of wine, I can't really have much say in what's in the bottle once it's there, you know? I'm not really getting in there and making it perfect for my own tastes.
Have you ever named one of your own drinks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them.
A lot of you've named.
Yes. Like this is the junk food martini. It's in the book.
So this is yours.
Yes.
No one's made this before you.
Not before me. Well, not that I know of. It's
Right.
not been written down.
I'm sure there'll be people in the comments. I've used kettle chips for fucking 25 years. My grandpa used to use the mesquite barbecue.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway, Hannah, thank you for being on here. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All
It's
right.
been very fun. Thank you.
I got to go to rehab. Tosh Show. I want to thank Hannah for being on the show. Hannah. I'm drunk. I'm drunk, guys. Carl, I'm drunk. Put a little extra in there.
Left you a little
Nice.
gift.
That sidecar.
Man.
Dylan knows all the words.
Dylan. You gave me a little sidecar. Ah, that was nice. That was nice to learn about some of these fancy drinks. Well, we got some plugs. You ready? Come here. Sit up. Be tall. Be strong. You smell good. You go to the groomer? Nope. Say the groomer came to me. What you know about me? Oh, you riding dirty. Head on over to the toshshowstore.com. Eddie's got a tour. Check out his dates. I've got a tour. Check out my dates. I just got back from the road. That was loads of fun. Carl, did you have a good time? Yeah, Dan. Good time. Your eyelashes, they could have clipped them or something. They're so long. It's time for the free plug. Carl, you got music? What do you want to go with?
Won't you let me dream?
Some old Elvis Presley sound alike.
Just one dance.
Yeah, you like
To
Elvis.
let my blue heart breathe.
Or you don't like Elvis. Never could learn to speak dog. This free plug is a reminder that if you bought Quaker products like Chewy Bars, Frito-Lay, chips, or Captain Crunch between December 2023 and January 2024, that's a small window. She's talking about just that 1 month period. Any Quaker bar, you might be entitled to a piece of a $6.75 million class action lawsuit. What's the claim? You guys know? Quaker allegedly used misleading labeling and failed to properly warn people that some products might have had a little salmonella surprise. Wait, hold on now. They used misleading labeling? Oh, just about the salmonella?
I think it's a couple things wrapped up into one class action.
Yeah, but how was their labeling wrong for a 1 month period?
I don't know.
It must have been about, the labeling must have been in reference to the salmonella.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're going to change, they don't change the box of Captain Crunch every month. They probably haven't changed the box in 6 years. I might take a shot at Captain Crunch on my own for tearing up the roof of my mouth as a child.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, Captain Crunch, I don't know if you're a sponsor of the show. Hell, I don't care at this point. You send me 6 boxes, okay? And 2 boxes better be a berry crunch.
Crunchberry.
Crunch berry. Whatever. They fucking know. They work
They
there.
know what they're doing.
I don't
They
know.
know what they
You're
got.
talking to a nostalgia
One of them's
man
got
over here.
berries. I'm not giving them, I don't need to say it right if I'm suing them.
It's a threat.
Well,
Yep.
you're threatening.
I'm threatening them. Whatever. I want 6 free boxes. 6 free boxes and I shut the fuck up.
Of just Crunchberry?
What's that?
Of just Crunchberry?
No, bitch, you didn't listen.
4 and 2.
I said 4 boxes are going to be of Captain Crunch, the original, and then I want 2 boxes of Captain Berry Crunch. I don't know if they do a chocolate one. I don't want that at all.
Well, you're not doing the peanut butter?
I don't fucking like the peanut
Oh
butter
my
one.
God.
It's a bit overwhelming.
Jeez, make it 8 and send
It's
2
too.
this way.
No, I don't want the peanut butter one. The peanut butter one grosses me out. In fairness, you know what, Captain Crunch? Knock it off. Just send me some puffins. I like puffins kind of. Remember Captain Crunch? Yes, they would rip the roof of your mouth, but then it would get like slimy around the edge.
Right.
Mhm.
Ugh.
It's
I always
possible.
yell at my children whenever I pour them a bowl of cereal. Like, go.
Yeah, you got to.
Like, you go.
You're right.
Time crunch.
And they don't care. They're so slow, and then they just eat mush 30 minutes later. Like cereal should be, you got like about 45 seconds. Don't worry about a lengthy trial. While Quaker denies any wrongdoing, they're coughing up the settlement anyway to avoid the cost and PR nightmare of court. It's not a PR nightmare. Go to battle. If you're saying you didn't do anything wrong,
And, yeah, fight it.
fight it. Quaker. What other products do they have? They do all the chips and the bars and
Well,
the chips.
You do your oats. I mean,
Quaker Oats.
yeah. Those little packets with the flavored instant oatmeal.
What are all the flavors that come in the variety pack of the instant
You
oatmeal?
have cinnamon, you have maple, you have apple, and then you have regular.
Okay, so it's just apple that you try to avoid.
Yes.
I don't even really do those. I haven't done those in a lifetime. Oatmeal's not really my favorite. Now cream of wheat, that's another story. I love cream of wheat.
Really?
Haven't had it in probably 40 years, but I know that I used to love cream of wheat.
Yeah. I'm not sure you still do love cream of wheat.
You don't think I'd love it?
No. I'm pretty sure you don't.
You put a pat of butter in there and you give me a couple pieces of toast. Oh, that's a good breakfast. Some cream of wheat. Cream of wheat. I never had grits really as a regular meal as a child,
Right.
but I always had cream of wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're talking about a free plug for the Quaker lawsuit, class action suit. Well, I'm glad that Quaker's doing the right thing. We'll see you next week. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.